United States,
and will, to the best of your ability,
and will, to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
So help you God.
So help me God.
Vice President Johnson, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chief Justice, President Eisenhower, Vice President Nixon, President Truman, Reverend clergy, fellow citizens. We observe today not a victory of party, but a celebration of freedom, symbolizing an end as well as a beginning, signifying renewal as well as change. For I have sworn before you and Almighty God the same solemn oath our forebears prescribed nearly a century and 3/4 ago. The world is very different now, for man holds in his mortal hands the power to abolish all forms of human poverty and all forms of human life. And yet the same revolutionary beliefs for which our forebears fought are still at issue around the globe. The belief that the rights of man come not from the generosity of the state, but from the hand of God. We dare not forget today that we are the heirs of that first revolution. Let the word go forth from this time and place to friend and foe alike that the torch has been passed to a new generation of Americans born in this century, tempered by war, disciplined by a hard and bitter peace, proud of our ancient heritage, and unwilling to witness or permit the slow undoing of those human rights to which this nation has always been committed and to which we are committed today at home and around the world. Let every nation know, whether it wishes us well or ill, that we shall pay any price, bear any burden, meet any hardship, support any friend, oppose any foe to assure the survival and the success of liberty. This much we pledge and more. To those old allies whose cultural and spiritual origins we share, we pledge the loyalty of faithful friends. United, there is little we cannot do in a host of cooperative ventures. Divided, there is little we can do, for we dare not meet a powerful challenge at odds and split asunder. To those new states whom we welcome to the ranks of the free, we pledge our word that one form of colonial control shall not have passed away merely to be replaced by a far more iron tyranny. We shall not always expect to find them supporting our view, but we shall always hope to find them strongly supporting their own freedom, and to remember that in the past, those who foolishly sought power by riding the back of the tiger ended up inside. To those people in the huts and villages of half the globe struggling to break the bonds of mass misery, we pledge our best efforts to help them help themselves for whatever period is required, not because the communists may be doing it, not because we seek their votes, but because it is right. If a free society cannot help the many who are poor, it cannot save the few who are rich. To our sister republics south of our border, we offer a special pledge to convert our good words into good deeds, in a new alliance for progress, to assist free men and free governments in casting off the chains of poverty. But this peaceful revolution of hope cannot become the prey of hostile powers. Let all our neighbors know that we shall join with them to oppose aggression or subversion anywhere in the Americas. And let every other power know that this hemisphere intends to remain the master of its own house. To that World Assembly of Sovereign States, the United Nations, our last best hope, in an age where the instruments of war have far outpaced the instruments of peace, we renew our pledge of support to prevent it from becoming merely a forum for invective, to strengthen its shield of the new and the weak, and to enlarge the area in which its writ may run. Finally, to those nations who would make themselves our adversary, we offer not a pledge, but a request that both sides begin anew the quest for peace. Before the dark powers of destruction, unleashed by science, engulf all humanity in planned or accidental self-destruction, we dare not tempt them with weakness, for only when our arms are sufficient beyond doubt can we be certain beyond doubt that they will never be employed. But neither can two great and powerful groups of nations take comfort from our present course, both sides overburdened by the cost of modern weapons, both rightly alarmed by the steady spread of the deadly atom, yet both racing to alter that uncertain balance of terror that stays the hand of mankind's final war. So let us begin anew, remembering on both sides that civility is not a sign of weakness, and sincerity is always subject to proof. Let us never negotiate out of fear, but let us never fear to negotiate. Let both sides explore what problems unite us, instead of belaboring those problems which divide us. Let both sides, for the first time, formulate serious and precise proposals for the inspection and control of arms, and bring the absolute power to destroy other nations under the absolute control of all nations. Let both sides seek to invoke the wonders of science instead of its terrors. Together, let us explore the stars, conquer the deserts, eradicate disease, tap the ocean depth, and encourage the arts and commerce. Let both sides unite to heed in all corners of the earth the command of Isaiah to undo the heavy burden and let the oppressed go free. and, if a beachhead of cooperation, may push back the jungle of suspicion, let both sides join in creating a new endeavor, not a new balance of power, but a new world of law, where the strong are just and the weak secure and the peace preserved. All this will not be finished in the first 100 days, nor will it be finished in the first 1,000 days, nor in the life of this administration, nor even perhaps in our lifetime on this planet. But let us begin. In your hands, my fellow citizens, more than mine, will rest the final success or failure of our course. Since this country was founded, each generation of Americans has been summoned to give testimony to its national loyalty. The graves of young Americans who answered the call to service surround the globe. Now the trumpet summons us again, not as a call to bear arms, though arms we need, not as a call to battle, though in battle we are, but a call to bear the burden of a long twilight struggle, year in and year out, rejoicing in hope, patient in tribulation, a struggle against the common enemies of man, tyranny, poverty, disease, and war itself. Can we forge against these enemies a grand and global alliance, north and south, east and west, that can assure a more fruitful life for all mankind? Will you join in that historic effort? In the long history of the world, only a few generations have been granted the role of defending freedom in its hour of maximum danger. I do not shrink from this responsibility. I welcome it. I do not believe that any of us would exchange places with any other people or any other generation. The energy, the faith, the devotion which we bring to this endeavor will light our country and all who serve it. And the glow from that fire can truly light the world. And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. My fellow citizens of the world, ask not what America will do for you, but what together we can do for the freedom of man. Finally, whether you are citizens of America or citizens of the world, ask of us here the same high standards of strength and sacrifice which we ask of you. With a good conscience, our only sure reward, with history the final judge of our deeds, let us go forth to lead the land we love, asking His blessing and His help, but knowing that here on earth God's work must truly be our own.
5 there, guys. That ended abruptly. Welcome to Watch With Us. Oh, shit. I thought we had a few more. I thought that was going to clap a little longer after he was done.
Oh, yeah. Great speech, man. Great speech. I like that.
We're going to go to the moon. Yeah. I don't...
bad end up.
The mic's cut out there for a second, sorry. No. I don't feel bad in saying that we laughed during the majority of John F. Kennedy's inaugural speech.
Yes, we did.
That was the, what do you call it? First time I think I've heard that speech in its entirety.
Yeah.
I used to have Encyclopedia on PC disc when I was a kid, so I've heard it all the way through, because it was one of the very few things you could do with the PC Encyclopedia.
Why am I on the PC Encyclopedia?
What was that called?
And you listen to, like, a little tidbit of the President's United States.
Yeah. I think I remember hearing the Dream one I was talking about earlier. I have a Dream one on there, too. Encarta, that's what it was called. Fuck yeah. Everybody had that. I was like, the Now CDs or
oh yeah, I spent a lot of time
Big Shiny Tunes
Encarta trying to.
It was something like every PC had for the first little bit. It was like that. You just went to any PC in anybody's house and they had to explore.
And Ski
Free was the only thing. And fucking what's that?
They had that Ski Free game.
Ski Free.
You remember when you just?
Oh yeah. That was great. You do Minesweeper. The computers come with Minesweeper still.
Centipede.
Oh, we got guests coming in the middle of the live broadcast, everyone.
Oh, special.
Oh, by the way, we're watching Power Rangers. If you clicked on the link and you saw Power Rangers, you guessed right, we're watching more Power Rangers.
Why is Netflix asking for your number now? You know what I mean?
This is the first time I've noticed that. The only time I watch Netflix is when we do the show. The rest of the time I'm streaming on other sites. Power Rangers. Oh, yeah, so it's me,
Dan,
and Dave, who's got
pizza guy.
Yeah.
Yes, you missed toppers.
Introduce yourself there, Dave.
Hola!
Senor. So it's the three of us this week, and we're watching Power Rangers. We've done a bunch of non-live Power Rangers. Me and Danny did, it looks like the first 3 episodes?
Yeah, that was the third time.
Did we do more than that? It feels like we did more than that.
I feel possibly did more, because we did some with, the few of the first podcasts we've done were Power Rangers.
Well, I'm just going to double check which one we're on, and you, from your memory, Danny, give us a recap of what we've seen so far.
They met, like they got all this shit from Zordon.
Yeah.
And
so they're full-fledged Power Rangers now?
Yeah. There's no Green Ranger yet.
That's not what I'm looking for. So we okay, then we're probably at the 4th episode.
Yeah,
so they're still introducing characters? Yeah, well no, I don't even think they have introduced primary characters. I don't think we've seen him as a...
Tommy hasn't shown up.
So are they spending like an episode on Tommy's Green Ranger?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Are they getting like basically the backstory to each ranger? No, that was all the first episode. It was all backstory, and it was very little. It was just the stereotypical people they play.
I honestly, it was like we got pretty drunk those first few times.
Yeah, we did. See, Power Rangers. Yeah, 3. So we're on episode 4. So we're gonna watch live today on the Netflix. Episode 4 of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, minus the it's just Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Remember, back in the day, this was taken off the air because it was too violent.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know that. Yeah, back when slacks were standard, people got offended pretty easily.
Yeah. Like, look at this, they have...
You're right, none of the girls are wearing skirts.
I can do that.
I had those weapons too when I was a kid. The sword and the daggers. I probably said this in the last episodes, but whatever. So is this like the first American port of the show? This is the first time they did live action, completely reworking of a show. Like they just took, this was just supposed to be a Japanese show with these power ninjas, and I don't think you ever saw them outside their masks, and they just went on adventures and blah 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 blah, and they fought monsters. and then the American company, I can't remember what it's called, bought it, and then added all these scenes with the white people.
Yeah, see, that's why when I was a kid, like, I didn't like this show because it didn't make any sense to me. Because I was because it's two concepts that are the same time.
There's two concepts trying to be spliced together very roughly. And then you can tell when it's like the American actors in shitty.
Because I'm just worse than Degrassi. It's the same show as Degrassi.
Except morphing into dinosaurs.
Yeah, exactly.
I would say Degrassi probably had more money at the time than this.
Yeah, Drake.
Drake?
You know rapper Drake? He was on Degrassi.
Oh, the new generation. Not like the old one, right? Not the original?
No, I don't know if it's original, but he used to be on one of the Degrassis.
Oh, he like acted as a kid?
Yeah.
Before he was Drake?
He's hired.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Hard as fuck, that guy.
He doesn't sound Degrassi. He doesn't sound
straight from Degrassi. Oh wait, that might be another fucking don't shit talk Drake. Might get an angry email from somebody.
My friends went to Chippewa and Winfield.
So yeah, strap in, guys. We're watching at least 2 of these.
Yeah. They're all only like, what, 20 minutes long each?
Yeah, exactly. We might watch 3 just to make it a solid hour, because the pre-show was only 15 minutes.
Well, at least he's got a bib on. That's pretty considerate.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like it's a giant flag that might as well say I gave up. I'm in public, and I know I'm going to be a filthy pig, so I got to wear this bib, and I don't care.
Yeah.
That should be like the fucking flag of fat pride, the tablecloth flag.
Yeah. The red pride.
The red checkered fucking...
Yeah. God damn it, like 5 years from fucking being a thing. 5 years at least. At most.
1008.
That girl looked like she's wearing pajamas.
Did you know the Pink Ranger's now on that, what's that Canadian cop show?
SWAT? No, not SWAT.
Flashpoint.
Flashpoint, yeah.
Yeah, she was...
I'm pretty sure we talked about this last time we watched Power Rangers too.
Dude, the last time we watched it, I think we were pretty stoned.
Yeah, we were probably... last time you said drunk.
No, the first time... No, the one time we both forgot to go to the beer store, so...
Oh, yeah, that was Highlander, wasn't it? Oh, we watched, like, the Power Rangers, then we went into Highlander.
Yeah, because,
That was quite this recording session that night.
Like how he takes a break from the weights and just rests it on his chest.
Yeah.
Because that guy had a sandwich in his hand. He couldn't spot. He wasn't ready to spot him. I'm assuming that's what he was doing. He was spotting him.
Yes, oh everyone. He does kind of look badass.
Yeah, see, and this is all original stuff except for him. You see how he's crappy, but the guy in the blue looks cool, and this guy looks cool?
So they added some of these characters too?
Yeah, this is all the Japanese people, the old film that they bought. And then when you see that guy with the wings, that's a character that the Americans added.
Oh.
To ruin it.
Yeah. No, because he's a character that's added into the show later, so you see him look cool sometimes, but then he's a more prominent character in the American version, so they needed him in more scenes, so they have to make their own version, and it's so obvious. You're like, oh, there's the American mask. Oh, there's the Japanese one they actually spent time and did good job on.
With much discipline, yes.
Okay, so she's a ballerina too?
I was going to say gymnast.
Oh, those look like ballerina shoes.
Yeah, because she was doing the high horse thing, right?
High horse.
Yeah, quit doing gym class too.
That's not a thing. It's the pommel horse, and it's the one you walk on is not called a horse.
Oh, here we go. These guys are my favorite.
The bull and skull? Skull and bull, or... He's wearing the tie-dyed shirt again. No. I think it's the same one. Oh man, that had like...
Is it like circles around his nipples?
Maybe these guys are like really poor.
Yeah, that's what
they get beat up every day by their parents, so they come and like pick on the nerdy karate.
Yeah, I'm in high school yet. I'm fucking 27.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you the dick.
I'm gonna jerk you off.
You ever had a reach around? Reverse reach around.
See?
those flying pigs?
See, his tie-dye does make circles around his nipples. And one around his belly, see?
Oh. You could make like a circus tent out of those goddamn boxers. Holy shit. So the Peach Pit had a better set, fuck.
The Peach Pit.
Fucking Saved by the Bell.
Yeah.
I think. That might have been 90210. I don't know, I had to share the TV with my sister when I was a kid.
I had to share the TV. I'm still not over it. Fuck!
I have memories at night sometimes.
Wake up in the middle of the night.
I'm ashamed to admit how many times I've seen the Friends series all the way through. And it's more than once.
That was one show I could never get into, Friends.
It wasn't really that, it was just on. And I was a TV-aholic when I was a kid. Tvalk. See? All Japanese.
Yeah.
You can tell it's a little green here. And the stunts are actually good. That's also why it was like one of the cheapest shows ever. This is one of the main reasons it's gone on for so long, because it's never been like super popular with the current generation. It's always, I think it's pretty much always gone downhill in ratings since this one. This was like the most popular one.
Well, as soon as you take it off the air.
But yeah, exactly. Then there's like critical demand to make it come back and stuff. But like when it's on air, it never does really well. But it's so cheap to make because the Japanese versions are so successful.
Yeah.
I think the American one actually kept going longer than the Japanese one. I'm not sure. I think the Japanese one's traded hands and like gone from a bunch of different companies, but the American one that buys it from the companies has been consistently.
Whoa! See those graphics? They're both straddling that high horse.
Is it a high horse?
I don't know.
The pommel horse is the one you jump over, right?
Isn't that the same thing?
No, it's the pommel horse is the big one with the two hooks.
Seriously, I just made that up.
The high horse. Yeah, the high horse you made up.
They can't get off their high horse.
Fucking knock them off.
So she's like in the space station?
She's on the moon.
On the moon.
Via magic. It's the first series is a lot
of...
yeah.
That's what drives me nuts about Japanese things.
Well, science versus magic. The bad guys have magic, the good guys have science, and they fight. And in later series, they mix that up. They make the bad guys have science, and the good guys have magic, and they make everybody have magic sometimes, and there's no science, and then...
Oh, there was loads of kids obsessed with this show when I was in school.
Oh, that was me, man.
Yeah, I liked that show when it first came out. I watched it before school.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
I watched it after school.
Was it
I think it was after school, after Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Or Dragon Ball.
It was after school, totally.
Sorry, just mics again.
Shit.
We're losing erection.
How much noise that makes.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think it was this, then Power Rangers... No. Power
This is
Rangers,
Power
then
Rangers.
Dragon Ball Z, then Star Trek started. And then it was... No. Yes, it was Star Trek, and now our Power is on the weekend. When I was a kid, you could watch 3 hours of Star Trek a night. TNG, DS9, then Voyager. And then, I think, Buffy at 8. And then Angel at 9 or something like that. It was they were all syndicated at the same time. So it was like fucking 6 hours of awesome TV on like one channel. It was Space Channel, I think, did that.
Yeah, TVs used to be a lot better. Like now, there's like not really like.
Well, it was genred, so you could find one channel that you liked, and you could pretty much watch that channel all day. Like you could watch the original Space. Like I can't remember what it was called, Channel Space or Space TV or something like that.
Oh, just Space.
Just Space. Yeah, on Channel 50. You could watch that all day, and you'd be entertained. You
Oh,
never had to change the channel.
That's why it was the main channel of the Void. You just like left it on.
Yeah.
It would start over in the morning, and it was just like, might as well just leave it on there.
Do you remember the History Channel used to be fucking like...
Awesome.
Like just Nazi 24-hour day? It was like World War II all the time. It was just like, great. Like, okay, I want to watch, I feel like World War II, I'm just going to put on Channel 49 for...
Put on the World War II channel. See, they should have just started coming out with more channels.
Well, now, yeah. Well, now it's
Well,
like
the
Ice
History
Road
Channel could have
Truckers.
like actual historic things.
That's what I mean. Like Ice Road Truckers isn't
Instead of
history.
reality TV.
Yeah.
I want like reality
What
TV
the fuck are they bringing into being here?
dildos
More weapons, keys.
for the butts. Ooh, call your Zords quickly.
And where do we put these 6-inch Zords?
This is not looking good.
The toy of that sword was so shitty compared to the actual thing on the television show.
Oh yeah.
It was so small and like it was like a wiffle bat. That kind of wiffled there a little bit actually.
It might have been the actual.
Yeah,
it might have been pretty good actually.
Might have been an accurate representation now that I think about it.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Giving a kid a wiffle bat sword.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he can go hit whatever he wants. It's fine. Doesn't do anything.
Well, how convenient was that? Somebody who like ran this show in Japan must have like owned a quarry or had a brother who owned a quarry.
Just go film it in the pit.
Yeah, because all of the fight scenes were filmed in this pit. Whoa. Were we supposed to tell who that was?
T-Rex.
Just film over the reflection of the
Is this the
pond.
first time that they actually combined the Zords? Or no, they did that the first
I
time.
think they did that in like second or third. I think
Yeah.
they've done that. Like I said last time.
I'm just trying to figure out what those fucking keys were for. Those things that Dave was shocked that they brought into existence. They probably have souls or something. Or it's a whole little universe that they created just for this one task.
Wow.
And they destroy it after one use.
Actually, this is pretty fucking cool.
So this volcano erupts every time this pterodactyl comes out.
I think it's just like an active volcano. It's just constantly kind of.
And then the village is rebuilt.
Yeah. Every fucking time.
Goddamn Power Rangers.
That pink robot keeps on falling. Why don't they just park it somewhere else? Jesus.
Yeah.
And it's like the remaining fucking village left over after the people that used to mine all the shit they needed to build these things.
There's a bunch of like alpha clones around enslaving all these indigenous tribes to create these robots and mine the minerals so the robots can create the other robots.
The Power Rangers are like, we're only villains in one place in the world.
Yeah.
The suffering's gotta go somewhere, guys. America has to have milkshakes. And high school mess halls.
You notice that? But like Saved by the Bell, like you said, had their place they had lunch at every day. These guys were always at the youth center. There was always that. If it wasn't a high school show, the cool spot to hang out was the hang was the lunch spot. And they're never that cool.
No.
Like Algonquin.
Could you imagine hanging out in a restaurant that we'd have to pay to be in all the time in high school?
The only good part
Well,
about
we were poor though. These are all rich kids.
well, the only good thing about our calf was the door to outside in the back corner.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure in my 5 years that it took me to get through high school, I spent maybe 3 lunch periods actually in the lunchroom.
Well, because you're like, well, instead of fucking sticking out like a sore thumb, you just go with everyone else to the calf, and then you just get the fuck outside.
You just go get your food, like, because Algonquin was on the second floor. You'd have to go get your food, and then just go meet out with your buds or whatever.
Yeah, that's what we used to do. Just walk through. But actually eating in the lunchroom?
Yeah, I would do that every once in a while, like.
I literally did it 3 times. It was the first 3 days of grade 9, and then I was like, yeah, this is stupid. I'm getting the hell out of here.
Then I discovered marijuana.
Also, around the same time.
So, I can't be eating lunch when I want to go get high.
Nope. The missteps of youth.
Oh, man. And then they got rid of that old
What are they
China.
doing the sparks?
Yeah, that's gotta be like a powdered bag or something that's going off.
Contact explosive, maybe?
Yeah.
You know, like that shit they make in chemistry class?
Oh.
But I'm trying to, like, notice it on them. Oh, did he just like sit it down? Oh no, it goes into that tank mode.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, look, shit, this fucking started giving kids seizures, eh? This is only one of the first shows that had that issue, isn't it? Other than that, wasn't animated?
No, I think it was... The first one I remember hearing about was Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's all animated, isn't it?
Yeah.
We should actually... Oh, I guess I was gonna say we should do a Dragon Ball episode one of these days.
If we do that, we gotta start with the first ones. And did you ever watch Dragon Ball original? It's really creepy and animated. It's 80s style Japanese animation, and there's a lot of sexual innuendo and 90-year-old men creeping on 16-year-old girls. It's very, very Japanese. I've tried to get through it, and like you watch the first 3 episodes, and you're like, is that fucking Goku's little animated dick? Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, it's an animated penis. Yeah. and then to indicate the old men getting boners, their nose starts bleeding. Like the girl will bend over and you'll see her panties, and the 90-year-old man's nose will just start gushing blood. And you're like, I guess he's aroused.
Imagine if that happened in real life, though. Yeah, every time you that hard, your fucking nose started bleeding. You can't I don't have chub. You can't even hide it. That would have been so embarrassing.
It would.
In fucking
the tampon market would be huge.
Yes, the nose tampons.
Walking up in front of the class with like a fucking tampon on your nose.
It was every 16-year-old boy. It would be awkward because every boy would have them shoved up their noses. And the boys that didn't, they hadn't hit puberty yet.
Yeah. Okay, how many reps do you think guys can break this guy's record?
What is the record again? Like 110?
Yeah. 1,010. One more.
Is he beating his own record?
I wonder whose record he's actually beating.
Oh.
Well, I'm gonna suck your dick. Just you guys. Is this one of the few Red Rangers that hasn't been arrested for murder?
I think this is the one that did, isn't it? Isn't there?
I think it was Red Ranger. I don't know. I know there was another one that recently has.
When we watched the first 1 or 2, we actually looked it up. So if you want the real answer, watch the old episode. But I think it was this guy. I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to the audience.
Wow. What was this guy's record?
He doesn't look like he could do 1,000 push-ups.
You can't put your weight into it when you're lying down, I guess, eh?
Does anybody else read the subtitles when they're all caps like that? Like everyone's screaming at each other?
Yeah. But this guy is yelling.
Yeah, but only one of them is yelling.
Oh! He really likes cake.
See, guys, we're not the only ones making fat jokes. The show is, too.
Well, that's all Bull is a giant fat joke.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, that's the 4th episode of Power Rangers. We're going to roll right into the next one there. So
this one's called Different Drum.
Different Drum. If you're not watching on Netflix and it's not rolling in, just pause it and set up the next episode. We're just going to... Is it going to skip the whole... Oh, it does. Okay, fuck that. We're going to start it completely over. Oh, I didn't... You know what I didn't do?
You didn't even start the timer.
I didn't start the timer.
You are terrible. What kind of organization is this?
When do I get paid?
Well, I hope you enjoyed that free air.
Yeah. Oh my fucking Christ. Ever since I put it in minimal view, it always starts with minimal view. Alright, so... Okay, so the 5th episode is starting with the timer now on stream. So, bam.
Oh, it's called Different Drum and it's about a deaf girl.
Oh, this isn't going to be offensive at all.
This has so much potential. I'm excited.
With all the cultural censorship that Japan has to offer.
Yeah.
Japan and like low-end America.
90s fucking PC America. Hollywood, basically. Ugh.
Yeah, but a lot of times their gaffes are just that they don't understand. Or like the innuendo. Did he just say that? They don't know what that means, right?
Or that means something completely different
Yeah.
now. It kind of loses its punch. Doesn't get you as pumped up when you don't hear the song.
I watched this like.
They would have them like back to back. It'd be like an hour of Power Rangers,
Yeah.
right? You watch like 2 episodes.
Well, this would definitely be fucking one of those shows sound dependent.
My mom would watch this shit with me too. She was a trooper.
Oh yeah. So wait, this is the youth center doing like old lady gym classes. And this restaurant / like hangout for kids that is run by a giant fat man is 90% workout equipment.
Yeah,
Just right now.
well, look how this thing is wheeling. It's got steering. Oh, this guy, the Black Ranger smokes weed. He's got the.
Oh, he's got the Rastafarian hat.
Yeah.
This is how we pray.
Mastodon.
He can't summon because he's too busy coughing.
Didn't we look up last time too that this guy had like a horrible time on the show because the guys running the show were homophobes?
Yeah.
He was in the closet or something.
Yeah, see, I remember that, but then that was before we started driving to the hot tub.
The guys who made this show were homophobes? Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, that makes them assholes.
Yeah. Whoa, was there any time it was okay to get away with wearing a jumpsuit? What is he, like the high school janitor's kid? Like, why is he wearing a work suit like that? Oh, here's the deaf girl. Oh, keep on not noticing it on subtitles, huh? I would like to see the other girl, just to compare her to Pink Ranger, because she's fucking held up.
See, though, I can sympathize because we've been deaf watching this the whole time.
Yeah. Was that like an abnormal thing to have a deaf girl in your school? I think every school had like one deaf kid, right?
I think so. I'm pretty sure there's a deaf kid.
What I'm getting at is, isn't this like an unnecessary episode? Like,
Yeah, so nasty one.
well, it seems like one of those things that every kid experiences and has the right reaction to. You don't treat the deaf kid different because he's deaf. He's deaf. He's normal.
You're assuming everywhere is like here.
Well, or everybody's a decent human being like I am.
You're a horrible human being.
I am a horrible human being, but I got a soft spot for the deafies, I guess.
You can't hear me coming.
They don't hear that zipper. Oh, that girl instantly was forgiven for being a total bitch. Okay. Oh, he is poor. He's wearing the same thing every day. He probably got the crap kicked out of him for his pants getting ripped like that. This is the first time he's back for like 2 days because his dad just beat him.
Yeah, he probably couldn't walk.
Yeah. Oh, or is this a different tie-dyed shirt? Is this the same one that had the rings around his nipples that you were so obsessed with, Dave?
It looks like he tried to wash it and it fucked up the circles.
Faded. A faded tie-dye. Why do these guys keep on showing up here if they hate everything they do here?
You know what place I hate? The youth center. Let's go there.
Oh. Of course, the dance off, the black guys.
Yeah, the only guy with rhythm. Oh, that's kind of like borderline offensive, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, where's the PC bell? PC bell.
Ding, ding. Ding. Yeah. Well, am I actually thinking, is the PC bell more for the show at this point?
Yeah, than us. That is a very deep fucking t-shirt.
Did he rip his pants again?
I think that's a running joke, maybe.
Even the deaf girl gets it.
Yeah, she did. What happened there? She didn't hear no whipping. Like, look at that tank top.
What?
The deep V-neck.
Why does everyone have their shirts tucked in?
Again, that's the 90s, I think.
I went to school in the 90s. It was cool to untuck your shirt.
You didn't go to high school in the 90s,
That's
did you?
true. No.
Yeah.
And you see,
Jesus,
the whole building shook.
Yeah. Because he's fat.
He's bald.
It's funny because he's fat.
He's known as Bald
Show.
Did not notice.
And now he's choking on food just to ram it home. Oh, I can't end the class any nicer than that guy did, so we're done. But he's pissed off that he tricked him into doing that?
Yeah.
Just because he's more athletic than you doesn't mean he tricked you. You voluntarily tried to... Oh, God.
Not only this ice cream dipped in a hot
dog dipped in ice cream, I think it was, yeah. You know what, I thought bacon on ice cream would be fucking horrible, but that was pretty fantastic. Like,
You tried it?
The hot bacon on the sundae, I think it was. I can't remember what it was called, at Dairy Queen. But yeah, I tried it once and it was fucking pretty fantastic. But it's one of those things you never need to try again. Like a fucking...
Double down from KFC.
Ugh, I didn't even try that. I was gonna say a deep fried Mars bar.
Oh, deep fried Mars bars are pretty delicious.
Oh, they're awesome, but I would never have one again. Every one of those you have takes at least a year off your life.
Yeah. There's probably better stuff to eat than deep fried Mars bars.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it's so bad for you. It's so obviously bad for you because it's so good. Like, it's so good. You're like, oh my god, I'm dying as I'm eating this. There's also arcades. Like, this is a youth center that has everything. Exercise equipment, arcades, like a milkshake bar.
It's like California, though. It's like the mecca of fucking humanity.
No, that's very true. Oh, and the deaf girl doesn't hear the Pied Piper because she's deaf.
I see what's going on.
You think it'd be hard for a deaf girl to hang out with people who there's no one there that signs?
I'm sure that, like, lip reading.
Yeah, I guess so. So what do you think the over-under is that they actually did a casting call for a legitimately deaf girl, or they just got a girl to act?
I'm pretty sure
deaf?
this show is like showing half stuff they bought from Asia, so I'm pretty sure this is a girl pretending to be deaf.
This is a girl pretending to be deaf, you think?
Yeah.
This is all American shit, though. All the stuff you see with the actual Power Rangers outside their costumes is American filmed.
Well, I was just saying they're cheap.
Yes.
So that's...
But you think a deaf actress would be more expensive than a normal actress? A normal. An actress who has hearing. Pretending?
Well, because she's singing pretty fast there.
Yeah, but it could also be bullshit.
Yeah, she could just be waving her hands around.
Offensively.
Yeah. And don't you think that'd probably be
You can't see me, but then I'm waving my hands around. Offensively.
Like, I gotta say, I have very little of the day-to-day life of the average deaf person, but I gotta assume it's me in the ass.
I didn't hear what you said there.
Fucking Christ.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, they probably are carrying around a pad and paper just to make...
Well, she got lucky. He got the menu.
But she should probably be all over
Have
that
some
menu.
Post-its?
Yeah, exactly.
But nowadays, it's probably like cell phones.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't even thinking of that.
This,
yeah.
like, they didn't have it like this.
I know there's that app you can use that is like the translator.
When was the last time you wrote a letter to somebody?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, gross. That Goomba is getting in with the little girls dancing. That's creepy.
Yeah, he definitely looks like the windowless man kind of guy.
Yep. But are they going to eat these girls? Secret ingredient, Molly.
Molly and butt plugs.
Let's get this dance party going.
Anal bead.
Oh, he just ate it himself. I thought he was going to feed that to the girls. He's got Uggs. One of these girls is the inventor of the Ugg. She saw this. She got kidnapped by these monsters as a kid. Oh, they stopped dancing.
Well, that's because Buddy's sleeping.
Oh, he stopped playing the what do you call it? The squeeze box.
So Deaf Girl's gonna find out they're Power Rangers.
No, Deaf Girl went to go get the help
She'll never be able
the
to
Red
tell
Ranger,
anyone.
because the Red Ranger was the first one that she came across, luckily. So the Power Rangers are aware of the situation now, I'm guessing.
I wonder what the original intent of this episode was.
Yeah, like I'd love to see the actual original version.
Oh, I wonder how long the episodes are if you cut all this shit out.
No. Like if you did before they edited it and cut all this American garbage into it, I'd like to see the original intent subtitled. I can't remember what it's called. It's not called Power Rangers, I don't think. It's called like the Subi Squad.
The story's probably like, literally, we have to get the orb back. That's this episode.
Also, Rumpelstiltskin is actually going to fight the Power Rangers?
Rumpelstiltskin.
Is he the boss? No.
Well, it's the standard formula. They fight him, they beat him, he goes into a giant monster, and they fight him, and the robots, and they beat him.
Yeah, because every episode pretty much ends the same.
Yeah.
Power sword!
I don't understand why they all have to be there to fire it.
Team.
Are they holding on to it too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like adding their energy to it or something.
It's shooting like 4 or 5 beams.
Yeah, and then she fires this thing from the moon, and this thing makes them big, and then somehow she gets it back. Right? She gets that. You never see her get that spear back, but she always ends up getting it back.
Probably a giant farmer.
The poor T-Rex with the tiny arms. Forever losing change.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, if I could have any
T-Rex.
if I had any of those robots, it would probably either be that one, the flying one,
And the city's ruined.
what Dave said there, the Triceratops. Is that what it is? The three-horned one?
I just had
I read somewhere or heard on a podcast that apparently
Triceratops are extinct.
They never existed.
Really?
Yeah, they apparently the guy who discovered the first Triceratops bones was wrong, and it was a baby Stegosaurus, the one that has all the armor and the big ball at the end of its tail swings it around. It was just like a fetal version of that, because apparently the only one they found was a baby. And they were like, oh, it's a baby new species because it has these 3 horns. And they're like, no, those 3 horns turn into the head of the Stegosaurus.
Interesting.
Okay. I just heard that on the internet. I might
so it must be true.
Wrong. Yeah. That's what I was getting at. Not that to take it with a grain of salt, but to take it 100% factually true. Everything I say, you should just assume is 100% right.
Well, the internet doesn't lie. Everything on the internet is truth.
Yeah, fuck the internet though. I'm always right.
You want to end up the weird place?
Listen to my place.
Here's how to go on an adventure.
First, just stop saying no.
It's just like the fucking armor plate. Pterodactyl's just fucking piece of armor.
Yeah, but individual robot. If I had one of them flying and hovering and being in the air is so much better than having a tank. But again, you get shot out of the sky and it's pretty flimsy.
Yeah. You can't carry anything.
No.
Whoa.
Okay, was he the building?
Or was he the rock?
He's a rock. He's an island.
Power up the Megazord!
Did they just forget to bring that in battle?
Apparently they have a satellite in orbit that just carries all their shit around. Wonder what the American government thinks of this. Oh yeah, that big sword's coming out of that weird mystery satellite.
They probably got it as long as they get some of the technology,
Oh yeah, true. He probably Zordon probably has a side deal with the DOA. DOJ.
It's a dick joke from fucking Austin Powers.
What?
When they fucking...
Oh, the spear. This guy. So, yeah.
It's shaped like a giant.
Hot dogs.
Now everybody loves the deaf girl because she's deaf and saved them.
Yeah. You remember, kids, always have one deaf friend. Just in case.
Diversity wins.
You never know when that pipe is going to show up. You need that deaf friend.
Yeah. Try to mix it in with one of your token minority friends, Your deaf Asian girl. 2 bases. 2 birds, 1 stone.
Make sure to always carry Post-its. If someone needs to write a note.
It just makes common sense.
Yeah. Why would you not have Post-its?
Why learn sign language?
No.
That takes forever.
Learning something? No, thank you. That's not cool.
Oh, he's got future glasses.
He has old man glasses.
I only dance with boys.
Yeah, future old man glasses.
Oh, they're pretty specific. It's techno
He's
pop.
still wearing... they're shorts, too.
Yeah, those are
cut-off coveralls. Was that ever a thing?
Coveralls were definitely a thing, so I can only imagine.
No, but weren't there overalls? Weren't they the ones with the straps?
Oh, and it's a dude wearing it.
Yeah, girls were the ones...
He's dressed like a giant baby.
Yeah, he's wearing a onesie.
The reason you put that on a person is so you can pick them up from behind.
Yeah.
Like a pet carrier. Hold on, the 1-year-old's getting into shit again.
His parents must be huge. Think about all that.
The end.
The end. Okay, well, we'll do this proper, Alright, that's the end of episode 6. What is this? Oh, the streaming went off there for a second, I think. Yeah, we're still good.
We're still good? We're still live?
I think so. says offline, but
Crush it.
Yeah, we're live. Okay. So I'm gonna start VLC over. And we're gonna start the episode 6. Last episode from it.
Right on. I don't even get to see what this one's called. Food fight.
Food. Oh, this is gonna be some major issues brought up in this show. They're tackling some deep.
Sorry, I'm just paying attention to the WrestleMania updates here.
Oh.
Look, it's Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold, and the Mick Foley.
None of those names mean anything to me.
No. I'll watch them after.
It is good talk to go with Power Rangers. It's pretty much WrestleMania.
WrestleMania. It's not WrestleMania.
No, it's... What is it?
No, it's WrestleMania, but I'd like to say Wrestle.
Oh, it's WrestleMania. Man, that guy has so many tie-dyed shirts. That is one hell of a youth center. It's like 3 stories. It's like the size of a fucking high school. Oh, it's Mexican Day.
It's Taco Day!
Cultural Food Day.
Right.
Not just Mexican. Okay. I saw a guy in a sombrero.
Mexican Day! Ding ding, we're starting this episode with bell.
Oh god, he's wearing a beige tie-dyed shirt.
I thought he had no shirt on.
It's a skin-colored tie-dye. It is. It's closer to his skin. That is so creepy. We've seen this guy before.
Hello.
Oh, with the subtitles.
I'm Jeeves.
Why do they keep on shutting off?
Yeah. Well, that makes zeros of the sense.
Yeah. None of the sense. Chicken. Just checking the volumes.
Checking the volumes.
Oh, there's a sniper? Fuck, I look away for 2 seconds and there's a sniper
There's
fucking
a sniper?
aiming down at the cultural center. Cultural festival.
People doing dishes? What the?
Well, you can pick. I think you can hear that on mic, so no, don't want to make everyone have to pee. Oh my God, the U.S. doesn't have a cultural center. Look at the U.S. stand at the cultural center is burgers and hot dogs. Oh, these are Bull and Skunk's 2 friends that never talk and we barely ever see. Remember that girl we saw in the first episode that was hanging out with the gang? These are the 2 scumbags that when they need some friends, they bring in.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the principal. I thought he was like the mayor or something. Whoa, so it's not just Bull and Skunk that are assholes. Like, everybody's a fucking asshole in this goddamn school.
Bunch of rich kids. And this guy's like, my goddamn tube. Hey.
Oh, why would you put it back on? That's gross.
Well, at least now it's gonna stick. That better be French's ketchup. Hot tamale. Fester. Oh, Finster.
Yeah, that would have been better.
The end silent.
That actually reminded me of the video I gotta show Dave. I'm just gonna leave that explained.
Okay, I don't even want to know that.
I'm just gonna let that hang on the internet.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that on the internet.
You guys think of that what you will. I forgot that they had this stupid clay machine too. They didn't show that in the last 2 episodes. They just had monsters. This is all the Japan shit too.
Yeah.
Oh, he seems like a villain from a Zelda game. And he has a fork and knife.
He's a vegan.
Oh, gross. His arms are coming out of his mouth so he can shovel stuff into his fat face. Ugh.
Is he a pig?
Ugh.
He's a Trojan pig.
This is like the grossest monster they've had so far.
Yeah.
Oh no. He's not going to use the hot dogs like nunchucks. He is. What a dumb... Oh, God. That's all it took? Oh, so the whole episode is just this food fight. Of course, none of the Power Rangers get hit by any of the food.
No. Because they're good Christian children. God-fearing.
God-fearing kids. Oh, he's gonna interrupt these guys' nice picnic.
Well, they're having an orgy.
Oh, they're about to start the orgy, and he had to interrupt it.
And you're just a pig.
Why would you throw that? If something legitimately monster like that came and just started fucking up your picnic, would you stick around to throw stuff at it? I'd run like a terrified little girl. What the hell is that thing?
Why the fuck is this pig wearing a Trojan helmet? Yeah. I'm not sticking around to throw stuff. He just ruined everything. I only got a little bit of food left. Oh.
Those beans?
Is that brown face?
None of the white guys could have done that.
Yeah.
That's why they needed him.
That's why it's black.
They tried that with Skulk, and they're like, oh, that doesn't look right.
No.
Skunk. Skull?
Bulk?
Bulk and skull. Bulk and skunk?
Well, anyway, another fat joke.
Oh, and he's gonna go into all the fruit. Why does the old creepy owner of the runner of the youth center always have 2 hot chicks next to him?
Because he's like Matthew McConaughey from Dazed and Confused.
I get older, they stay the same age. They tried nothing but to stop the food fight the entire time, and you're yelling at them too? We weren't paying attention to the same food fight. Oh yeah, those guys have to clean it up.
The one there's no food on him?
Yeah. And he is a fan of the overall / cover.
Yeah, because they're blue.
Oh,
They always got
it. They're all the clothes. What are we gonna put him in? He always has to wear blue. Oh, put him in coveralls. He likes coveralls.
Yeah, he's a nerd.
Who cares if he's eating all the food? He's a disgusting monster. Just kill him. Just fight him.
Eventually he's gonna eat a Monsanto product.
Eventually, something that'll kill him. He'll eventually eat anything, yeah, everything.
He'll go into like a clinic with like a bunch of dirty syringes.
He'll
or
eat the
something.
entire Earth's food supply within 48 hours? I'm calling bullshit.
Yeah. It's like around the world in 80 days? No, 48 hours. All the foods in America.
The whole world. He's gonna cross the ocean and eat everything in Europe too.
Yeah, in 48 hours. This guy moves quick.
I guess he's like has teleportation power. Yeah, come up here and fight me, stupids. Those helmets are like, you leave it open so you can have their faces, their mouths sticking out so you can see their mouths move, but then you just put like a fake mouth over top of it. That's a weird design choice.
Yeah.
It looks cool, but weird. Oh, he ate their weapons?
Mm-hmm.
That's not good. You still got those handy guns though, just shoot them, fuck. You think you'd start with the guns, then you'd move to melee weapons. Not the other way around. Take a shot at him first, and if that really hurts him, then just fucking unload on him. He's the best monster you've ever made?
Because he eats everything.
God. He's so crappy, though. Oh, that one left a mark on his chest. That usually doesn't happen.
No, that can't be good.
Is he eating them now? Because that's a bigger issue than him eating all the food. If you can just eat the people. Oh, he ate their costumes and teleported them into his stomach realm? They were caught in a vortex.
Oh no, come on. By the world's
Just like push him over. He looks like a turtle. Like you just like get him on his back. Man, these guys are morons. I think everybody in the Power Rangers universe is a couple fucking hamsters short of a warren there, or bunny rabbits short of a warren.
fucking they're not the sharpest spoon in the shed.
Okay, I fucked that one up. See, burgers, hot dogs, and sodas, and French fries.
America, taste the freedom.
You guys made just as big of a mess. All the food was ruined during the food fight. Who gives a fuck that the pig ate it all? You gonna eat it off the floor? Boo-hoo! He left all the healthy stuff, of course.
Yeah.
Pigs don't eat vegetables. Oh, hot stuff. That guy reminds me of the annoying guy from the Magic School Bus. The redhead.
No,
The nerdy redhead from the Magic School Bus with glasses. It's like him grown up.
I'll bring the hot stuff.
Yeah, you already brought the hot stuff. Okay, so is this guy a bat or a rat?
No, sure. We'll call him the batter rat.
He's probably a rat person. But the other guy doesn't have wings, but he has feathers. Is he a crow man? He's hairy, not feathery. It's like a skelegargoyle. So why doesn't he just make like a fucking 1,000 of these guys?
He only has only a certain amount in the magic pig putty.
But he could make a few more. He makes one every week. Why doesn't he just like hold off for a couple weeks and make like 6 of these things?
I don't know. Maybe his boss always wants to do that kind of thing. I don't know. And maybe it's a union thing.
Yeah. It's an import thing. You can only import so much.
Yeah, exactly.
You remember having the old coins?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I had them in POG form. Slammers. The Power Rangers Slammers.
The old slammers.
So wait, you tried to flip as many of them in the stack, and then the ones you flipped you took?
Yeah.
Can't remember the rules of Pong. Pong? No.
Why would you not put
Pogs.
the hot
Pogs.
stuff into your sub before throwing it down to him?
Oh, just that's all it took was the one sandwich?
Yeah, because he's throwing up super big.
Oh, and his swords are everything's coming out. Oh, he's turning inside out. That's not good. Oh, I feel sorry for the piggy now. Oh, so the axe turns into a gun too. Oh, but oh no, the axe only turns into a gun when they want to make the super gun. The axe should be able to turn into a gun on its own. It wouldn't be that PC to let the Black Ranger have a arsenal of guns though, probably.
No. It was the 90s. It's probably pretty close to like Rodney King.
I was gonna say it's probably like during the riots right now. Like this is airing like during the fucking Rodney King riots. Or the
We nincompoop.
Oh,
That's a good one. I like that word.
so they don't have to beat it up all big style now? They just have to beat up the little tiny pig?
Because they made him puke.
But usually they have to kill him first. I guess not. No giant monster this week.
They're switching it up.
Yeah.
Because they taught us life lessons.
Oh, there was the food fight lessons, yeah, about culture. How everybody in all cultures can have food fights.
Yeah.
Is that the lesson?
I think so.
See, that makes no sense that they don't disguise that as a watch. Because that's like every single person you'd have a conversation with would be like, what's that piece of shit on your wrist? It's obviously not a watch. In the later seasons, like, the Power Rangers are like known celebrities. Like, the people who take on the mantle are like, they're famous.
Oh, yeah.
People find, they're like, it's like almost a reality kind of thing. They have paparazzi following them around and shit. People train to be the next Blue Ranger to be picked by the Power Force or whatever the fuck it is. Huh. The only reason you're giving the money is because you're starving? Like, isn't all the food here overpriced? Because it's like donations, like a stag and dough.
Yeah.
You're donating for this park, so you pay crazy amounts for shitty food. Oh god, this guy's just a one-joke pony.
You know he turns in, he's actually a good old man.
Yeah, hopefully he never...
Because apparently that thing was full of vodka.
yeah, his eyes must be stinging like mad.
God!
Like, he should just never wear a wig again. All guys who decide to wear wigs, just, you know, come to...
What, do people still like...
baldness.
Is that... Yeah. Like,
Like,
baldness is cool, you learn that.
Yeah, fucking... what do you call it? You'd own that shit. Like
Yeah.
fucking.
I'm gonna go bald. I'm gonna own that shit.
Yeah, totally. Don't fucking get wig. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm just gonna get my head tattooed. Fuck you.
Yeah, big spider web.
Scary unicorn rainbows. Gotta keep it scary. I guess
Thanks for an hour of fucking Power Rangers.
Woo!
Sitting down for that.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Power Rangers. Mastodon.
I don't know what we'll do next week. I think I'm working next week actually.
I think I might work
So
next week too.
I might get Dave. I'll do some pre-planning instead of just hoping that people show up Sunday when I'm not here. I might get Dave and get some people over here while I'm at work, toiling away. I can do my podcast. But yeah, I'm glad we got to do more Power Rangers.
Really funny that we should more Power Rangers.
We should do some more pre-recorded
Yeah,
Power Rangers.
We'll have to take a night with some drinks
And do another like 3 hours and then get into a movie and just record ourselves moaning.
You wait until you guys see that Highlander.
Oh yeah, totally. And thanks everybody. Thanks for sitting through the Kennedy stuff. I'm gonna have some more stuff for the pre-show like that. And you guys have a good one.